Rising and Great Awakening. So I don't think I'm gonna hold y'all up too long because I'm really just like taking today to just relax. But I said, let me come on here for a few seconds and check in with the nation, check in with, some of the people out there because I've been looking over some content. I've been absorbing this. Um, I'm done being trans. Trans woman shares why he wants to change back to a man. An exclusive that Tasha K had did a month ago, and one of my sisters had shared it to one of our little groups yesterday evening, and so I said today I was going to go ahead and look at it, and I honestly don't have anything bad to say or anything like I really don't have like a anything bad to say about the trans person who is now journeying, moving towards a journey that reflects what they were being groomed to be, what they were being prepared to be in this particular incarnation. If you feel like you want to go back and revisit that and you want to explore that and you feel like that'll make you happy, like I really honestly don't I really honestly don't have anything bad to say about the trans person. I thought the mama was very sweet. I thought the mama was very respectful. I thought the mother did very well, in communicating, was very thoughtful. My issue is with Tasha K though. I felt like she was guiding the conversation down a lot of negative rabbit holes, like kind of like guiding the conversation and then like saying backhanded stuff because it's like you are transphobic, like you are transphobic, and being phobic doesn't mean you don't like to be around them. It means that you refuse to accept people for how they are. You want to make up your own narrative in your mind about how these people are. And because the crux of society agrees with you, or the main vein of society agrees with you, the patriarchy agrees with you, the brotherhood agrees with you, because the binary system supports you and believes you, then it's justified what you're saying. You are phobic. You are a phobic person because you didn't take that as an opportunity to explore reincarnation. Y'all didn't touch on that. Y'all didn't touch on wholeness. Y'all didn't talk about the fact that we are both male and female. Y'all didn't talk about none of that. And then there was one point in the video where she was like, and you're taking synthetic, you're taking made up hormones, you're taking fake hormones. And y'all take them too when y'all get menopause. Females take fake hormones too when y'all get menopause. Y'all take synthetic and fake hormones too. They made them for y'all. Like, really, girl, stop. Then there was another moment in the video. Then there was another moment in the video where she said men are meant to be like active and workers. And I'm like, what in a nursery rhyme what in the nursery rhyme Jack be nimble, Jack be quick is going on here? What's going on here? Men were made to be like as if people born with penises, dicks and balls, as if they're a monolith. Like black folks aren't a monolith, trans people aren't a monolith, beings born with penises are not a monolith. Like we are like being born with a penis is not a monolith. Like when are we gonna have that conversation? When are we going to and Yucko, that's your opinion. It has to do with patriarchy and the brotherhood on this platform. Now go on your platform, which you probably don't have one, and spew that over there. over there. Because over here it does. Trevon was spinning the narrative. Yeah, I mean, I think he was doing things to like when he was talking about how good vagina was, like when he was saying vagina was gooder than booty. Like I've had booty and I've had vagina. Vagina is different. They just different. Booty is booty. Vagina is vagina. Booty is booty. And vagina is vagina. And it depends on who booty. And it depends on who vagina. Cause they got some booty that's hot. And booty and then what Tasha K said, it's a muscle. Do you know how many it's 7 muscles in the booty hole? Do you know it's 7 muscles in the booty hole? Do you know the booty hole can touch that thing? You know the booty hole can touch a penis in 5 or 6 different places. She talking about the coochie as a muscle. Girl, do you know booty hole cuts up, girl? Booty hole cuts up, honey. So I was like, when they was talking about which one is better, vagina or booty, I was like, girl, that's such a primitive conversation. It's such a primitive conversation to be sitting up there talking about which hole is better. Like that's crazy. They didn't talk about shit when it came to spirituality, having a mother and a father come. They did not. They did, and she never does. She never does. It is highly halfling and one-sided conversation. Detransition is being used as a token to set and align the punkyarchy perspective. I peeped the shady, slick ass comments from him. Right, and it was an expectation. He was sitting in between his mother and her. Like they treated him like a purse. They treated him like a purse. And the only reason why he was getting any respect at that table is because he was agreeing with them. The only reason why he was getting respect because baby they wanted him to know his place. Baby they wanted to know. Baby they was giving Punky Arky with a vagina. It gave very much know your place, know your place. We are the women. They treated him like he was a halfling. We're the real women. You're a halfling. Cause low key we don't see you as a real man. And you'll never be a woman. He low key was the halfling. So and that's the thing that TS handbag accessory exactly. And that's the thing that they're not going to admit. That's the conversation they're not going to admit. Girl, she told him, she said, I ain't gonna say going back to be a man because that's what you always was. when she said when she said men need to be when they was talking about the girl who had her testicles removed and they were saying that she never balanced out and she was blaming everything that she did on having the orchiectomy. And Tasha K was saying that the trans was a man and Dave Chappelle with the reason why the trans movement is holding everybody back is because of the female hormones. The whole conversation was literally her spinning a narrative. Then she was saying that males or men, whether you trans or not, should never put their hands on women. And I'm like, I don't believe in hitting females. But I also don't believe in hitting anybody who has not hit me. Like, I don't just go around putting my hands on people. But I don't give a damn if you have a penis or a vagina. If you put your hands on me or you run up on me, bitch, you gonna catch these hands. That's just what it is. I don't. You're not a child. You're grown. You are a woman, not a child. Now I will have grace for a child. I take a child and say, okay, calm down. But if you a grown ass woman running up on me, bitch, and you put your hands on me, girl, I'm putting these hands on you. Ma'am, I'm a patty and cake your face. Not finna be letting you hit on me because you was born with a vagina. No. Girl, I'm gonna patty and cake your face. Reduce them to his gender, turn him into a straight up handbag. Touch me and I'm gonna reciprocate. Exactly. Girl, I didn't like that, how she was spinning that narrative, knowing how hostile some women can be and knowing how toxic some women can be. It's almost like she was promoting that black women should have the right to be able to talk to trans women crazy and be able to be up in their face trying to fight them, and you can't defend yourself because that's a woman. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm not gonna be around here getting whooped because you mad at me, because you got a problem with me, because you have some type of feeling when you feel like you should be able to maul me and the men should protect you when you feel like, That brought up trauma for me because I can remember when I was younger, females used to want to fight me for no reason. They used to want to fight me for no reason. And then men would be like, if you hit her back, we gonna jump you. Oh, hell no. All of y'all got to be unalived. All of y'all got to be unalived. Because we're not doing that. That's slavery. I remember when I was young, I remember females used to want to fight me for no reason. No reason, minding my business, not messing with them, just bully me. And dudes would be like, if you hit her back, we all gonna jump you. Bitch, you got me effed up. Not at almost 50. Not at almost 50. I don't start it. I don't go nowhere being violent, promoting violence. But baby, nah. So yeah, I just really felt like, that interview was important. That interview gave them a platform. That interview is going to create opportunities for him. Who knows? He might get on botched. He might get on botched. They might remove his seal. Like being on Tasha K, he might end up on botched. That's probably why he not giving too much to the trans community, and that's why he didn't play in the trans community face too bad, because maybe he might be able to get on botched and get them titties removed and get all that work removed out of his body. Them surgeons might go ahead and them white men might go ahead and hook him up and fix his body and do a little something for him. Try to get him together so he can have his so he can have some type of male form. Child, he might be lining himself up to get on botched, child. Because he could sure send that video. He could sure send that Tasha K interview in to botched. Well, I mean, I don't know if he lost. I think to a certain degree, I feel like the trans and the LGBT community has I think the trans and the LGBT community kind of in some way fails um beings who are labeled detransitioners because of how we have started to subscribe to the binary and how we play into the binary, how the leading voices in the movement and the ones that we tend to respect tend to preach binary stuff, and you have to look like this, and you have to be on this level, and you have to be here, and you have to have, have to have this level of commitment. And I think that's where the toxicity comes from. Like he obviously got caught up in all the wrong aspects, and I can't blame him, because I definitely resonated when he said he left the corporate world because it was always something and they was constantly disrespecting him. That's why I went into doing, you know what I'm saying, work on the streets. That's why I went into stripping and doing the things that I was doing. Not because I couldn't get a job, but because I didn't appreciate how I was treated on jobs. I agree when he said you go where you celebrate it. So I just think that he probably did everything too fast. He probably um like he was just moving too fast. And then he said, he got on the cocaine, and it consumed him. And then, between his mama constantly praying, because his mama was probably trying to pray him up out of that. And I mean, if he wasn't finding his bearings in that life, and it looked like he was going down the wrong path in that life, I could see why his mama would consistently pray. I think if my mama felt like my transition was destroying me, my mama would have prayed against it. I think that's natural. If you see your child in a lifestyle and they don't look happy, it doesn't matter what it is. They could be in a loveless marriage. They could be pretending to be straight and they're not really straight. They could be working a job that they hate. If your child is involved, they could be on the streets hustling, selling, dope. Like if your child is doing something and it's obviously hurting them, and they obviously don't look happy, and they obviously don't look like they living in their purpose, I could understand my mama praying against it. And I don't know if maybe the mama's prayers was what was kind of leading him down the path that led to him coming up out of it. We don't know. Because if he wasn't strong enough to speak over his own self, which obviously he wasn't strong enough to speak over his own transition when he was living in that life, when he was being the woman, when he was doing that. If he didn't have the wherewithal and the bandwidth to speak over his own self and to encourage his own self as a woman, then of course his mama's prayers is gonna trump his. If your mama, if you not praying at all, and you fully just immerse yourself in this life, and you also don't know how to pray for yourself as a trans person, you don't know how to pray for yourself as a whole being, you don't know how to cover yourself as who you say you are, and then you got other people around you praying for you, then clearly their prayers are going to trump your own. And so you think it's your mama that prayed for your deliverance, when in actuality you didn't know how to pray for yourself. So obviously the stronger prayers are going to be the ones that are going to win out. Y'all say, oh, I pray for my child, I pray for my child deliverance. It's because your child wasn't praying for themselves. It's because your child didn't have a relationship to be able to speak up and to be able to pray for themselves. Your child didn't know how to communicate and talk to the ancestors and go before the mother and the father and go before God got us for themselves. So guess what? Your prayers run out. Your prayers run out. Oh, I was praying for my child to be delivered. Oh, I was praying. And obviously your child was not praying for themselves. Your child didn't know how to pray for themselves. Your child didn't know how to cover themselves, channeling the divine feminine. Your child didn't know how to cover that. Your child didn't know how to cover themselves, leaning more into, because that wasn't, and that says right there that that's really not their journey. If you don't know how to cover yourself, if you take on the physicality of the mother, you want to embody your mother, you want to show up like your mama, but you don't know how to cover yourself as a mother would, You don't know how to pray over yourself as your mother, as your foremothers would. You don't know how to speak a prayer that connects with your foremothers. Then yes, because mama gonna cry and mama gonna worry because mama know that you stepping into some waters that's not safe. Cause half of them don't know how to survive as women. Half of them don't know how to make it as women. This world be so hard on them. This world beat them down so bad. They end up with men letting men take charge and lead them and rule over them because half of them don't even know how to navigate this shit. So imagine your child who wasn't born into it just all of a sudden 10, 15 years or 20 years in their life deciding, oh, I wanna channel the divine feminine. I wanna celebrate my foremothers. I wanna show up more like my foremothers. And literally this 19, 20 years in, of course you're gonna be scared for them in a patriarchal world, in a patriarchal society. Child, I gagged when he said that his grandfather used to go in the woods with the white men and preach on Sunday. Good. Good. Good when he said that the grandfather used to go in the woods with the white men on Sunday. I said, good. They needed to add that Tavion and his individual experience, and I respect that, but that doesn't include the whole trans experience. That everyone is different and transition for different reasons. Yeah, it really wasn't. Tasha K don't need to do interviews like that because she really did like guide that interview, like that interview. Like I would love to interview that person. Oh, I would love to have a stab at interviewing that person because they gave me like they was intelligent and like they had a good head on their shoulders. I would love to question that person and the mother. I would love to question a detransition. I would love to get them in the seat and sit down. I would love it. Cause we ain't gonna them Ricky Dink questions that Tasha K, that's the same shit. Tasha K want men to be worker bees. And it's blatant. It's blatant. She's the face. She's the crown. Her husband is in the background. Her husband is in the shadows. He better have a job. Men is worker bees to her. That's how she see men. And it's obvious. I think I know who you talking about, LOL. They say he got back in drag. No, this was just on Tasha K a month ago. I understand and agree to certain parts, but he did it for approval and benefits from the girls and not for himself. You talking about Trevion? Yeah, oh yeah, I think that the child, it definitely gives me elitist energy. And they're not they're not hung up on the physicality because you definitely see like the wholeness in there, like even like the child looked like a stud. So, and ain't been on hormones in what 13 months. So you definitely see the wholeness is still there, but I think that they are like a flame Monroe. It's giving flame Monroe energy. And you heard Flame Monroe said, forget the community. Child, I didn't know, girl, that Flame was getting passed over for opportunities that T.S. Madison was taking, and T.S. Madison wasn't and then Tasha K said T.S. Madison wasn't saying nothing to defend Tasha K. But I don't know if T.S. Madison was completely quiet. T.S. Madison ain't my fave, but I do believe that, she brought, Flame on the show a couple of times, and her and Flame worked together. So I don't really know if she was being quiet. I think she probably just supported Flame in another way by, sharing her platform with Flame. So yeah, I can't really say that T.S. Madison have not showed up for Flame. Like I know if I could piggyback off of that. And Flame probably not gonna say anything because Flame and T.S. Madison really don't get into it publicly. And I wonder if T.S. Madison responded to that video because it's like a month old. But child, he's the exact example of those cross-dressing sissies that get their head beefed up from other people to transition for ballroom, and when shit start to get real, yeah, he did give like he was. I couldn't believe he said he was seduced into transitioning, like he was tricked into transitioning. And it's so crazy, like how people could spin this narrative of being tricked and seduced into transitioning when really honestly and truly it's all a trick. It's all seduction, being groomed to be male, like to fall into this role of what it means to be a man, because you're groomed for that. If you weren't groomed for it, then you wouldn't need nobody to teach you. You would need a father in the home. You would need a strong man around if you just instinctually was gonna grow up to be a man. Like you wouldn't need a mother around to teach you or a mother around to guide you if you just instinctually knew how to be a woman and you just was gonna grow into a woman. Like it's all grooming. It's all grooming. And it's just more it's one set, like being groomed to be cis binary heterosexual. That's more socially acceptable because again that keeps the offspring coming on here knowing they roll in the plantation and going where they supposed to go. Exactly. Her child didn't have a mind of his own. That's right. Yes, transitioning not for everyone. Yeah. So like the transition was for the wrong reason. And that's why they couldn't defend themselves in the transition. They weren't really meant to transition. It was maybe they were meant to transition and it was that was meant to be all the experience that they had. I just hope that because girl, when they said inherited the spirit of homosexuality, I'm like, and when he tried to say it like it was such a profound thing, I'm like, baby, you've been to college and you didn't know that inherit, you could inherit alcoholism, you could inherit a nose, you could inherit facial features. You could inherit certain mannerisms, certain behaviors that your mama and daddy do, and you don't think that you could inherit uh, 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 in your genetics. Like it's not a spirit of homosexuality; it is a part of your DNA. You're part male and part female. Like in a healthy world, in a healthy reality, it makes sense that you would have an attraction to both, that you would have an attraction to male and females if you've had positive examples of males and females in your life. Like in nature, you see male dogs sniffing up around each other. You see female cats sniffing around and licking on each other. If you have a healthy connection with that animal, it makes logical sense that you would share affection or that you would share emotion. Like what I don't like about looking at things through a patriarchal Christian colonial gaze is it tries to demonize shit that really doesn't, like, it's not that deep. It becomes deep when you have to suppress these feelings and these thoughts and you're not able to be honest about them, and you create a whole fake life trying to fit into this idea of what it means to be a man or be a woman, and you put yourself in this situation where you've had these thoughts and these feelings that you haven't worked through, that you haven't addressed, and you built this fake ass fantasy life. And so now of course it looks demonic, because you didn't address that so that you could partner with a healthy person who understood your feelings. You didn't do that work so that you could partner with another healthy whole being, with another being that thought like you and was on your frequency and was able to say, yes, I'm bisexual, or yes, I'm whole. Yes, I'm attracted to males and females. Yes, I'm pansexual. Like, you haven't done the work of understanding yourself. And so it becomes demonic when you are lying to people and when you are making up stories and when you're not being honest with yourself. To me, the sin is lying to yourself. The sin is not living in your truth. That's the sin. The sin is not being honest about who you are and creating a whole fake ass reality because you're trying to please other people. When he blamed hormones to the reason he messed with me, he had me gagged. He was messing with me even before hormones. Right. It's not for everyone. And truly, I've seen so many come and go, and so many feel like the pressure of womanhood. Ooh, it's not for the unknowing. How you gonna act irritated by spaces you were a part of and represented? Exactly. The grandfather was turning tricks with those white men's. Roll the whole tape, okay? He was a well excellent speaker, but the intentions of that interview was trash. She wanted him to reiterate being a pick me and a simp for the mammies. I love you so much. You made that shit so simple. You said that shit so simple. You made that shit so simple. Oh, that's it right there. A pick me and a sip for the mammies. And that's exactly what it was. He looked like a stud in transitioning to a trans male. I sense he has some internal misogyny in there. Once again, not taking responsibility for his own decision, but blaming the girls as the boogeyman. Then when he said the reason why he started dating men is because the stepdaddy wouldn't let him be with the white woman. But you made time to go and sneak and get your little wee wee jacked off. But you couldn't make time to go and get your no cooch first. Let's just go ahead and admit you was wrapped up in that church, and in the church, a lot of homosexuality go on, and baby, you was brought up worshiping Father God, King Jesus, and you wanted to see how that King Jesus was gonna taste in your mouth. You wanted to get on your knees and serve the good Lord. Let's just go ahead. Call it what it is, Bookity Boo. Let's just call it what it is. Being groomed to be fruitful and multiply slave babies for the punctation. Girl, I'm not about to. Anantia. Anantia. Hirsch. Hirsch, Anantia. Hirsch. The spirit of homosexuality had me screaming. Gag. I can't inherit no other spirit. Like, To me, like when they try to make it sound like it's something separate, it's wholeness. It's wholeness because we are soul having a physical experience, and our soul has no gender. So how the fuck you gonna inherit the spirit of homosexuality if your soul does not have a gender? Make that make sense. The creator doesn't have a gender. The soul is genderless. How do you inherit a spirit of homosexuality when the soul has no gender? The soul is genderless. The soul is whole. If you have a soul, your soul should not have a gender. So, how do you inherit a spirit of homosexuality on a genderless soul? Because if we are made in the reflection and the image of the creator who was genderless, how do you inherit a spirit of homosexuality on a soul that has no fucking gender? Make that shit make sense, Christians. This shit is made up. Stop it. Mother, you look beautiful. Better remind these silly halflings of basic reality. Hey, Anandia, bub. Yes, honey. Hey, Fatima, all the way from the UK. Sexuality is fluid and energetic. Attraction is just halflings have unhealthy presentation and lack of clarity of how to navigate in a healthy manner, right? Fatima. He blames his sexuality for his struggles and hardships, and the gag is it's the partners who choose to lay with are toxic. It had nothing to do with him liking men. Exactly. Exactly. It's missing puzzle pieces in his story. Is this the delivered one on the Tasha K interview from, yeah, about a month ago? From 2 months back, the only one who made sense was the mom. The mom was pretty good. She did very well. I was surprised. The mom knows this another temporary delusion, so she made sure that she humanized her. She sure did. She sure did. She was cautious at how she spoke about trans people. She sure did. He wanted to bend down and suck for master. And probably will put that D on Tasha K. Tasha K probably could get some of that ping to prove his manhood. Tasha K probably could have said, "Come here, young man, and give me some of that ping." The soul is not binary. Exactly. Clock it. Make it make sense, Jesus bloodsuckers. We are more than flesh. We are spirit and soul. We are not these physical throwaway bodies. They are simply conduits to experience this low vibrational 3D hellscape. And that, like I said in my post, I am not from here. I am just on vacation. This is not my primary residence. This is not my primary residence. I am not from here. The mama spoke from a space of unconditional love. She sure did. And she was very, very, very selective with her words. You could see the fasting child. She made me want to do a fast. I lived for her. Love, there was programming. But yeah, definitely was programming because she's the stronger force. She prayed her child right up out of there. She could have prayed her child through it. Her child could have went on to be a powerful trans person if mama would have prayed that prayer. Cause clearly the child couldn't do it on their own. But mama could have prayed them through that. Mama just wasn't there yet because there was a lot of programming mama hadn't accepted. But mama was still, I still live for the mama. The mama, also, no shade, the stepdad was right about not letting that one be another buck on the plantation. The stepdad was right about not letting that one be another buck on the plantation. Maybe that was at the end because I got 30 more minutes of it to watch. He was he has potential to become whole. He needs he needs a deep soul searching. About not letting that one become another buck on the plantation. The stepdaddy said that. So, child, we can continue this conversation, but I want to say this before I forget, because, like I said, I didn't want to be on this live that long. But, child, I went on ahead and I decided to block Natasha on my Facebook. Um, and, just so I don't continue to entertain the shenanigans. Um, But Genuwine, and I don't know if y'all know Genuwine, Genuwine Beauty or Key Brown, chimes into the conversation yesterday because Natasha called me a predator, and I don't know why the community loves using the word predator to describe me. Like, like she called me inauthentic. She said I steal ideas, didn't name one that I stole. She said that I was not authentic. That didn't make any sense. And it's like you just heavy projecting. And then she called me a predator. So how am I a predator? Because I've been called a predator before. How am I a predator? Is it because y'all know that I'm smarter than y'all? No tea, no shade. Because am I bullying you? What is it exactly that I'm doing? What is it exactly that I'm doing? Because am I trying to put hands on you? Am I trying to force you to do something? Because we all know how to talk shit. We all know how to defend ourselves. What exactly is the characteristics? What is the behavior? Like I need y'all to identify that for me. Because what I'm getting is that I'm strong and maybe that's not what a because it's giving me patriarchy, it's giving me misogyny because I'm a sex change. I'm not supposed to be authoritative because I'm a pussy girl. Because I literally laid on a table and got a pussy. I'm not supposed to have authority. I'm not supposed to stand in power. Whenever, for some reason, y'all love throwing predator on me. What is it exactly? What is it? What is the behavior? What is it? List it, name it. Am I too smart? Am I too aggressive? Am I too dominant? Am I too opinionated? What is it? Like, be specific. Let me know. Because I haven't taken testosterone since last year, and I'm also not taking estrogen. So this is me. This is pure me. We 6 months in. No estrogen, no testosterone. This me. This raw me. So what is it? What is the behavior that's making y'all call me a predator? Cause I'm damn sure not trying to have you. What is it? So anyway, um, Genuine Beauty, Key Brown came up under the post and said, um, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Like, bitch, you don't even know the whole story. Like, you don't even know what happened. And it shocked me because me and Key Brown is actually friends on social media. And we've never had any beef. Like, we've never had any discourse. We've never gotten into it. We've shared a platform before. We've talked. I've went and supported them at their events in Brooklyn. Never had any beef. Never had any discourse. Never had any negative exchange. We was good then. Got up under Natasha post and said, yeah, because I work this person I let this person come to one of my events a few years back during the pandemic, and I would never again. Bitch, I came to another show after that. What are you talking about? Like, I supported multiple of your little underground shows. Like, I came to about 2 or 3 of them. What are you talking about, Key? Like, me and you was cool. Like, we just don't talk to each other because legit, I don't vibe with your music. Then Key gonna say, stop working with the girls. They do too much. Me and Natasha wasn't working with each other. I legit, and see, that's the problem. And then she told on herself because her response to Key was, I'm learning now not to work with these girls. So, bitch, you never really was my sister. We never really was community. I was a hustle the whole fucking time. And what you mad at is because I said, look, when it was time to do business, because I always looked out for you when I had financially. Then when it was time to take a step further, building together, I let you know you wasn't gonna play me like no simp. You wasn't about to lowball me. I told you what I wanted. Sister to sister. Because I still love you and still looked out for you every chance I got because I believe in sisterhood. Community is real. But when it's time to get this bread, when it's time to get this money, when it's time to do business, when we talk about this cheddar, I need my cut. Because the gatekeepers ain't trying to let me in, boo. The gatekeepers ain't trying to let me in. So when it is a grant that aligns with the work that I'm doing, because they come few and far in between, I want my cut. I got a nation depending on me. The future of wholeness. And the only thing that I'm gatekeeping is wholeness. Because you halflings in and out of the community have forgot that gate exists. I'm around here resurrecting the gate of wholeness. And you damn right I gatekeep that bitch. Because you hoes have forgot it exists. I don't gatekeep money. I don't gatekeep resources. I gatekeep wholeness. I'ma call you out when you doing some halfling ass shit. Somebody got to. It's time to wake up the mother. It's time to bring the mother back in this equation. So, yeah, if you want to accuse me of gatekeeping, yes, I do gatekeep wholeness. Because I'm one of the ones actually doing the work to resurrect it. I'm one actually standing at the gates. If I'm around here with my motherfucking machete, cutting down the weeds, cleaning it up, doing the maintenance, if I'm a priestess at the gate, you fucking right, I'ma gatekeep that shit. But a lot of y'all, and y'all ain't doing nothing but gatekeeping the same stuff that's already been. Binary toxic cis shit. So it just gagged me that Genuwine jumped in the comment section. I'm like, girl, when was me and you beefing? Girl, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I could believe that happened to you. I saw them a couple of years ago and child never again. Bitch, what are you talking about? Bitch, we never had no beef. Lucy didn't like you. Lucy didn't like you. You ate up on Lucy piece, and Lucy didn't like you. Lucy was being disrespectful to you, but not me. We never had no beef. Now I'm looking at my Instagram, and it's talking about Genuwine Beauty want to send you a message. But why you didn't inbox me before you jumped up under Tasha? Before you jumped up under Natasha post? Why you didn't inbox me before you jumped into a conversation that didn't have nothing to do with you? Natasha, what me and Natasha wasn't working together. Natasha was supposed to be my sister. Me and Natasha was supposed to be in community together. I believed in her. I supported her. I call myself trying to be nurturing with her and build community with her. Bitch, me and her went to the beach together the day before I had my revision. When I woke up in the hospital, she was one of the first ones that came to see me at the hospital. That's not no bitch I work with. That was supposed to be my fucking sister. But sisterhood is sisterhood and business is business. But the reason why I wanted to do business with her is because she was my sister. I don't fuck with people that I don't consider family. I'm like the Italians. When it come to that shit, bitch, I don't want to work with you unless I see you as a familia. My familia. Bitch, I don't want to work with you unless I see you as family. Because, bitch, it's all coming back to the family. It's all coming back to the tribe. Mm-hmm. Natasha was describing and dry snitching on herself. Exactly. Abusers will throw anything that can make stick to trigger you, knowing you will react. And that's it. That's all. It's the authentic light and darkness, wholeness that calls them out on their halfling BS. You better say that. Right at Fatima, they will tap all the buttons to see if they could get a reaction out of you so they can manipulate you. I had a faggot. Wait, hold on. I had a faggot I used to know call me a predator too once, and it got back to me going around telling chasers I'm spreading AIDS and on drugs and a sex worker. Meanwhile, I've been celibate almost a decade and don't drink, do drugs, keep to myself, and have have yet to sell my body. Throwing the word predator so loosely around like throwing a football is very telling of the people that keep saying it. Hell, I barely leave the house. Mother, don't let these demons misdirect you from your journey. That's all they want to do is distract you from your purpose. All this person purpose, all this person was. Natasha tried to gather up the troops, but gathered up collective dust. It's a ticking time bomb of low vibration console for demons to harvest and use to get those who distract the status quo of hell. The real predators try to delay and try to destiny swap your progress and spot. You better say that. Thank you, Sophie. It's too much clownery because it's too much clownery BS. You are a light to which demons do not want here, especially when you have the potential to enlighten a critical mass that will destabilize their food source. Cause let me let you know something. Cause let me let you know something. I don't prey on people downfall. That energy is reserved for institutions, for governments. That energy is already allotted. Like I my energy is focused towards bringing down systems, governments, and institutions. I call individuals out, but I don't prey on their downfall. You've never heard me get on here and wish somebody wouldn't succeed and wish somebody to fail. You can't go to any live where you've seen me get on live and pray for somebody not to succeed, pray for somebody to even speak in that tone. I will call you out, but I won't try to condemn you and cast you down. I don't do that. But I will talk about the institutions, I will talk about the governments, and I will talk about these systems. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. My energy is reserved for that. So yeah, that's why them hoes don't like me. Wholeness is not for everyone. You right. A demon is a demon, I say. Demon. Linear, questionable, cliff-hanging buffoonery. T.S. Goddess of Crabs in a Barrel. That name, Tasha, is giving op name. Okay, all the Tashas, huh? Whether it's got a nut in front of it or not, huh? T.S. Kaneem Badu. Collected dust indeed. Ashe, it's reserved for the punkyarchy. When you shine the divine light of truth and disrupt the veil and they see themselves, they're triggered, lol. You better say that, Fly Guy. Chill. And like I gagged because I went cause I thought cause she said she was gonna unfollow me, so I was expecting for her to block me. And for some reason, I don't know, Facebook was trying to be messy, but her post just kept coming up on my feed. And I guess it's because we had engaged with each other so much yesterday. And so when I went and looked on the post and I saw that Genuwine had jumped in the comment section, because nobody was really responding. Like, I think one other person responded and they was like, Mama, what the F going on? And the only person that I knew that responded was Genuine Beauty. And I was like, what do you have to do with it? Like, why would you say any, like, me and you have never had negative words. Like, me and you've never had beef with each other. Like, we never had beef with each other. At one time, the lady had a crush on me. The lady was flirting with me. And don't get me wrong, Genuine Beauty is cute. The bitch is attractive. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm not above a little bulldagging. I'm not, but the bitch was in a relationship with somebody else. So, I'm not like, but Genuine Beauty got a little swag. She give you like the little boy energy, the little boy swag, but she got like the pretty female face. So like I could have saw myself playing with Genuine Beauty and having a moment. But we never had any like beef. Like we never had negative words with each other. We never had like there was never, I was just so shocked because the only reason why I stopped going to their events, the only reason why I stopped going to their shows is because I started moving around a lot. I started traveling again. And so she was working with like some type of little company, like she was doing like working with some type of little company or something, because she really big into like working with the cis people. Like she wanna be accepted by the cis people. She don't really wanna be Like she don't really want to be like in the trans community. She want to be in like the cis community. And good for you, baby. If whatever, floats your boat, live out your dream. And I mind my business. If that's what you want, go chase your dream, go have your dream, go live your life, go do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. And so that's why, I've never had anything negative to say about that. Do I understand it? Do I agree with it? No, but it's not for me to understand. It's not for me to agree with. That's genuine beauty life. You want the validation of cis people. You want to work with cis people. You want to be accepted with cis people. That's what you want. That's your dream. That's your vision. That's your life. That's what you want as an artist. That's what makes you feel important. That's what makes you feel seen. That's what gives meaning to your art. That's what gives meaning to your storytelling. Good for you. I'm not judging you. So why the fuck are you in the comment section of Natasha Tory comment section commenting like it didn't have nothing to do with you? Like literally, I paid money to come out and support you on multiple times. I didn't get in free. I had to pay just like everybody else. Not only did I pay to get in, but I brought another person with me, my daughter, and paid for her to get in. And so that's how you do people who spend money to support you? Shit is crazy. Mother, you are a mirror, blessed, but also cursed. To provide reflections, and that's one thing humans despise, their own reflection. I tell people this all the time. I tell people this all Fatima, I tell people this all the time. And being a Gemini, it makes it even more intense. I am a mirror. If you're around me long enough, if you are around me long enough, I will start to channel you. Like when I'm around people a long time, and I notice this about myself now. Like when I talk and when I do things, I have taken on so many pieces of people who are important in my life. Like I'll notice I'll be laughing like one of my sisters. I'll do something one of my ex-husbands used to do. I'll do something my mama used to do. I'll do something my auntie used to do. I'll do things my daddy do. Like literally, as I get older, I see it all coming together. And I'm like literally like an archetype. I'm literally like an avatar. And I connect with all of these different frequencies and all of these different utterances and all of these different expressions. And they have literally become a part of my spiritual identity. And I don't be performing, that legitimately be who I am. And I be but when I'm around people and I get like a close connection, if that's why I tell anybody, when people try to judge me and when people try to condemn me, bitch, let me come live with you for a week. And I promise you, by the 7th day, I'm going to be able to read you like you have never been read before in your life. I'm going to be able to open up the book. When you say oracle, anybody that I'm around, I will be able to open up the book. Because I don't miss nothing. And that's not something that I try to do. That's just who I am. Especially if I care about you and I really like you. If I really like you, that's going to make me pay more attention to you because I'm going to want to know the things that you like and the things that you don't like. because that's a part of that nurturing side of me. So I'm gonna pay more attention to you if I like you. But I am a mirror. I tell people that all the time. And bitch, you gonna see some shit you don't wanna see. I'ma give it right back. I used to do it to my husbands all the time. I used to give them right back to them. Oh, you acting like a dude. Oh, you acting like a man. Oh, da 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 da. I'm acting like you. You putting your feet in me almost every day. You didn't expect to see none of this coming back at you? It's time to look in the mirror. Good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. When I say play the whole tape, I mean it. That person really needs to go and talk and scream at a wall. A true two spirit in this life is forced to observe. That is our role here, unfortunately. Wholeness. And you know what? I'm really realizing that my role is not to lay down with these motherfuckers. And that's what's had me fucked up. I'm not like some of us think oh it's okay, if you born male, just give your life back to God and lay down with a female. Well, child, y'all making halflings doing that. Y'all bringing halflings here doing that. Y'all bringing some of the weakest black people that you keep dividing up the DNA. You keep dividing up source, and you're dividing up source for what? To bring halflings here? You constantly dividing up source, making it weaker for what? And so you think if you get with a female that's better because at least that's acceptable on the plantation. At least you're doing something good for the good Lord. At least you're doing something good for Father God King Jesus. And then, because being gay, a lot of them can't come out from up under the trauma that has been induced upon them by the church. They so busy trying to get straight people approval while at the same time shaming everything that they feel like that's beneath them, like the trans community and the non-binary community, anything that cannot align with cis heteronormity. And so the gay and the lesbian community got so much toxic stuff going on with them because they've been in such close proximity to cis heteronormity. Those who can still perform their role, like lesbians who can still perform the role of being a woman and blend into womanhood, and gay men who can perform the role of being a man, and don't outwardly show any feminine behavior, like they're in closer proximity to cis passing trans people. Because at the end of the day, they're passing in different ways. But if you was to put us on the island, the gay man and the lesbian woman don't need any type of medications to maintain their appearance. When they throw us all on that island, the lesbian gonna still look like a woman, and the gay man gonna still look like a man. But if you put trans people on the island, you might be passing in this matrix, but would you still pass on that island without them resources? So the toxicity that the gay and lesbian community have internalized from being in close proximity to heterosexual heteronormity, they've been tormenting themselves and tormenting us. And then the trans community just sopped it up and use it to gatekeep, heavy on the gatekeeping, heavy on gatekeeping out of resources, like just creating a whole Hunger Games scenario, and just basically did the same thing to the non-binary community that the damn gay people did to us in the No Fast No Films movement. We turned around and said, not non-binary people, you don't get no safe space to figure it out. Y'all embarrassing us. We don't fuck with y'all. Put some work into your transition. Get the fuck from around me, you clocky. Same thing that the gays was doing with the No Fast No Films. You flaming. We could tell that you not a regular man. Get the fuck from around me. You clocking me. You clocking my tea. You clocking that I'm gay. Get your flaming, looking like a woman, androgynous ass from around me. You clocking my tea. You're clocking me. Get from around me. I'm cis. And I don't need you clocking my tea for being gay. Sitting around me looking half and half. Go and get your transition together. Then when the trans community had an opportunity to do something different, the trans community told the non-binary community, oh, baby, I didn't get a chance to figure it out. The gay community oppressed me, made me get my shit together so I could stand on side them. Get your shit together. This non-binary shit, bitch, either you is or you ain't, bitch. You transition for a reason. Fuck wholeness. Blend in. You're getting me clocked. Get from around me. And that's why I don't treasure this world. That's why I don't treasure this world. Because this world is a big old fucking lie. It's a big old fucking lie. And it makes me sad. And I can't wait. I can't wait till the real ancestors come back. And I hope they all androgynous as fuck. And I hope they crush all you fucking halflings. God goddess, forgive me. But that's just how I feel. Because you halflings have been so fucking oppressive. And I don't mean that to the halflings who have tried to understand, but all you fucking halflings that have ostracized people and have thrown people out for the sake of $1, for the sake of getting approval up on the plantation, for the sake of massa choosing you and picking you, all of you halflings that have been halflings for that, when they awake from the grave and they walk this earth again, the whole ones, when they come back, I hope all of you, when they say every knee shall bow, get ready. And it's not going to be no binary cis looking being. It's not going to be no halfling. TSO Reflections, TS Black Mirror. Open the book and turn the chapter. Tens on the motherfucker, on tens on these motherfuckers. And then when you do all they require, they hate you even more. Yeah. Yeah. I had to pull the tears back. I had to pull them back because I know we getting close to the time, and people talking about the goddess about to awaken, and this is divine nine, the goddess about to awaken. Baby, let me tell you something. And that being don't look like what you think it look like. That being is everything and nothing. It don't look like what you think what it's gonna look like. It don't look like what you think it's gonna look like. And when they in the church, they allude to it. They allude to it a little, just like mermaids don't look like what you think they're gonna look like. That being not gonna look like what you think it's gonna look like. In Christianity, they say we have to prepare the bride for the father. You know how patriarchy is. Patriarchy gonna give you a little bit of the truth, but patriarchy not gonna really tell you the whole truth. They're speaking of emergence. They're talking about merging the masculine with the feminine. Prepare the bride, which is the feminine energy, for the father. They're going to merge. So the church is telling you. That's how you know it's unavoidable, because even the church is saying it. Prepare the bride for the father. The mother and the father are about to merge. The whole one is coming. The whole ones. The whole ones. And you fucking insignificant halflings. Don't expect no mercy, because you had none. Don't expect no pity, because you had none. Don't expect any grace, because you had none. Don't expect any forgiveness, because you had none. You had your reign. You had your season. And in your season, you pushed us into prostitution. You pushed us into HIV. You pushed us into the shadows. So don't expect grace. Don't expect mercy. Don't expect pity. You all was on your bended knee praying to half of the divine. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Because when the divine feminine merges back with the divine masculine, he not gonna think the same. Just like our brain is more feminine than masculine, that being is gonna be more feminine than masculine. And that being is gonna treat you how you treated its children. Those beings are gonna treat you how you treated their children. Fatima, you know, you know the pain. You know the pain. You know the pain. I feel you. 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 I don't even know if I want to see any of them in the next cycle. I don't even know if I want to see any halflings. I don't even know if I want to see any of them. I'm getting to the point to where I don't even know if I want to see them in the next cycle. I don't want to see any halfling minded, any halfling. I don't know if I want to see any of them. I'm good. I'm good. And I be trying not to go there because I love my family and I know I got a lot of halflings in my biological family. Child, be ready to weigh them children out. But yeah, child, these people, this reality here, and we get into that time, we get into that season. I'm telling you, I feel it so heavy on my spirit. Cause when I tell you I don't even want to be bothered with men anymore. And the sad thing about it is I had to have my revision. Because if I wouldn't have had my revision, I would have spent the rest of my life feeling inadequate because I would have still been trying to roll over. Because like I said in my other video, I haven't had anal sex since my revision. Like August will be a year, and I have not had anal sex since my revision. And I had to go through that in order to really ask myself, what have I been making space for? And everything just happened so fast. That's how I know time is running short. That's how I know we don't have a lot of time in this sequence. This dream sequence is ending. The matrix is crashing. I know it. I feel it. And it's not gonna happen tomorrow and it's not gonna happen next week. But we do not have a lot of time. Because when I tell you the ancestors literally let me get that revision and let me get my feet wet for a few months, and then it was like, girl, it's over. It's done. Bitch, I be looking at these niggas like they crazy. I literally just got a chance to get my feet wet. I got a chance to feel what a few penises felt like deeper inside of me and deeper inside of that space. And after that, I was like, I looked around, I saw the administration, I saw the state of the world. I said, bitch, what are you making space for? You letting these halflings dig deeper in you? Bitch, you beating yourself up feeling like you're polluted because they gave you HIV. Your blood is polluted, not your soul. Your blood is polluted, not your spirit. Your blood is polluted, not your mind. Bitch, you are eternal. You are infinite. You are connected to ancients. And you think that this temporary body is supposed to, like, I'm beating myself up because I'm positive. I'm beating myself up because I got HIV. But girl, it's beyond that. This is the soul. They poison the body. They harm the body. You can't harm the soul. Not unless I allow you to. And my soul is whole. All this is temporary. And if I start fasting right now, I don't have no doubt in my mind. If I stop eating right now and I stop drinking right now, I could purge all this shit out my body. And the only reason why I don't start doing it is because this matrix will fall apart that much faster. If I start fasting and I start praying right now, this shit will start to unravel that much faster. You bitches don't even know when you getting grace. Cause bitch, it's a few of us on this planet that if we start starving ourselves, they will come now. If we stop eating, you know how a mother is when her baby won't eat. You know how a mama get when her baby won't eat. You see that even with dogs when they feed their puppies, when the puppies won't eat. It's a few of us. If we stop fucking eating, it's over for y'all. Bitch, the game is over. Bitch, the game over. Bitch, we suffer. We suffer so y'all can continue to live y'all best life. So y'all can continue to get what y'all think is so cute. Bitch, y'all don't know how much grace we be around here giving you fucking halflings. Cause bitch, all I gotta do is stop eating the day of tomorrow. Bitch, it's gonna be over for a lot of you hoes. Bitch, it's a few of us on this planet. It's a few of us. I'm not the only one. It's the percentage of us. Bitch, when we get serious, it's over for you bitches. Hey, the thing stress. Since I'm at work and you speaking a word got me in tears. Whew. Cause these bitches think it's fun and games. I love you too. The thing that we damn sure do. Yeah, maybe they don't know. They don't know. And every day I tell myself, cause it's been heavy on my heart to start fasting. Like it's been heavy on my heart to start fasting. It's been heavy on my heart. When I was watching that video, that was confirmation. When his mama said she ain't ate in about 8 days. I remember the last time I fasted, people started leaving the matrix. My uncle got so scared, he said, okay, too many people that died in our family, and he forced me to eat. People started dying because you're burning off not only your physical body, but your spiritual body. All those things you're sacrificing, all those things that aren't real, all of those ghosts, all of that burns off when you start fasting. It all burns off. All the fake shit, all the shit that ain't real, all the shit that's not meant to last, it all burns off. And a lot of this shit need to be burnt off. A lot of this shit need to be purged. And I promise you, I'm not going to never lose who I am. I am my mother and my father, my grandmothers and my grandfathers, my great grandmothers and my great grandfathers, and I am the beings who did not subscribe to these labels in this system. I am the ancient ones. When I say that I am indigenous, I mean that I am indigenous to the planet. I mean that I am indigenous to the cosmos. I mean that I am indigenous to the oceans and the seas. I know who and whose I am. And when you get there in your mind, when you get there in your mind and you stop letting people trick you, you stop letting people to cause you to erase parts of yourself and to compartmentalize, and you allow yourself to connect with all of that, baby, you could shift your circumstances. And I'm not finna tiptoe around the bushes because I'm tired of my siblings dying in pain without knowing who they are. I'm tired of my siblings leaving here being forced to reincarnate into this because you halflings done play with their fucking head. And so they recycle back into this trying to prove a point to y'all. That's why I won't shut up. That's why I work this platform and I talk about it. Yeah, y'all, I know y'all be tired of hearing me talk about this shit, but I'm gonna talk about it until I leave this planet. I'm gonna talk about it until change come. I'm gonna talk about it until it's 144,000 more like me. Do you understand me? That's how long I'm gonna talk about it. Catch it. Clock it. I'm gonna talk about it till the portal open. I'm gonna talk about it until the return, or until I return. That's how long I'm gonna talk about it. That's what you gonna get here all the time. I'm standing at the gates of wholeness. Yeah, that's my calling. That's my ministry. Yeah, I'm doing the work. I'm one of the ones doing the work of preparing the bride for the father, preparing the mother and the father to reunite as one to become whole. The season of the split is over. We've lived out this experiment. We saw how well it worked out. Now it's time for us to reunite. It's time for the mergence. Yeah, I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I was in South Africa, I took I had a I had a being that I made, and the being had a penis and a vagina. The being had breast, penis, and a vagina. I was in South Africa for 9 months. That is the cycle for birth. We are in 2025. That's nine. I was in South Africa for 9 months because of the pandemic. I was stuck there for 9 months. While I was there, I had my wisdom tooth that I talked my doctor into giving me my wisdom tooth back. My doctor said they could take your wisdom tooth and make a clone. That's how much of your DNA they have. When I was in South Africa, I went and I stood by the ocean and I threw my wisdom tooth into the ocean and I threw a doll into the ocean that was brown and had all the colors of the rainbow in it. It had breast, it had a penis, and it had a vagina. I did that in 2020, which is the year of the goddess, the divine feminine. And now we're in feminine 2025. And I see it coming into fruition clearer and clearer. I went back to the motherland and I threw a doll into the ocean that was whole with my wisdom tooth. A being with no job, because when I went to South Africa, I didn't have $1 in my pocket when I got off the airplane and I was toting a book sack. I didn't know where I was going. But I got over there and threw that doll and my wisdom tooth in that ocean because my ancestors told me to do it. I was obedient. Just like you motherfuckers sit around here and serve the good Lord, I sit around here and serve the good mother father. Okay, I just went to see that interview. I did not see it. Now I will. I did not see it. Now I will. Thank you for the info. Yeah, it wasn't a bad interview. I just didn't like the way Tasha K guided it. I felt like she guided it, and I feel like it's not like she's really honestly and truly a mammy. And she's really truly a archetype of this matrix. And that's not what I want her to be, because I think that she's funny. I think that she's beautiful. I think that she's intelligent, and I want more for her, but I'm learning we have to see things as they are, not as we want them to be. And she takes every opportunity that she has to talk about trans people, she reduces us to our genitalia and she reduces us to our flesh. She does not speak on a spiritual level or a soul level, and if she does, it aligns with patriarchy, it aligns with Christianity, it aligns with this belief that we are our genitalia. It aligns with this belief that treats us like soulless beings, which is how the slave masters saw us. And to a certain degree I understand it, because when you're living in this reality, when you're living in this reality, I relate to her because she dark skinned, she got a wide nose, she got big lips. I've seen gay men call her ugly. I've seen gay men say she look masculine. I've seen her get attacked for her appearance. And so to a certain degree, I get where it comes from, because as a trans person, I've had the same thing done to me. I've had my femininity policed because of my genetics. So I relate to her. I connect with her. But every time I try, I feel like a fool because she started doing that toxic shit again. And so many black women do that toxic shit. Black men, I want you to understand that I am not beating down black, but I do put black women on a higher pedestal than I do black men. And maybe that's where I go wrong. I really honestly and truly just be like, child, with black men, I just be like, child, give me a few dollars. Child, that I used to just accept that, like, give me some money. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful. I know I can't really count on you for nothing else. I know you're not about to show up to no events. I know you're not about to support me publicly. So just give me a few dollars. I understand. Like really just making excuses for him. Kind of like I do with some Caucasian people, because we look at them like the babies. We look at them as less evolved. And that's how I look at some men. I look at them as less evolved. I look at men as less evolved. I look at white people as less evolved. And so I give passes to men and I give passes to white people because I see a lot of them as less evolved. And so, but when it comes to black women, I don't see them as less evolved. And so I do go harder on black women. Sometimes I attack black women and I go in on black women because I'm so disappointed, because I expect so much more from you. Bitch, y'all was my mothers. I sat inside your womb, bitch. I came into this reality through your fucking womb. And you're letting and you're talking to me like this and you can't see me? You don't know who I am, and I came here through you, and you don't know who I am. But my mother knows me. My grandmother knows me. They know who I am. And I'm thankful that I don't have a grandmother and a mama who don't fucking see me. And I feel sorry for every trans person that's had to sit up in a halfling womb that lived the whole fucking life without ever seeing their fucking child wholeness. It's just crazy how you could sit up in another being's womb for 9 months and they be surprised about you. Bitch, the creator of the Bible said, you knew about me while I was in my mother's womb. How can a woman call herself a creator and not know about your child while your child is in your womb? How can you call yourself a creator? How can you say men can't create, women can create, but you don't know about your own egg while it's in your womb? You're surprised by your own offspring. I'm disappointed as well. Don't cry, baby. I love you. Thank you, Dextrous. Mine act like I don't exist until it's time to send people to get me jump stabbed and robbed again. Oh my, Fatima. Strangers and family alike turn to salt only to regret harming their own. You better say that, S child. You better say that. How you doing today, sister? These people are literal demons, hyenas at best. Oh my goodness, the Matrix. The Matrix gonna Matrix on Monday. The Matrix gonna Matrix on Tuesday. The Matrix be Matrixing on Wednesday. The Matrix be Matrixing on Thursday. The Matrix be Matrixing on Friday. The Matrix be Matrixing on Saturday. The Matrix be Matrixing on Sunday. The Matrix be Matrixing on Monday. The Matrix be Matrixing. It's always gonna be doing what it do. Oh, baby, y'all enjoyed this live today. I want to thank everybody who had clicked that old thumbs up button today. This was a good one. This was a good one. I want to say I love you all. I love you too. Lightworker said I love you for who you are. Thank you. I watch you a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, today I got a little emotional. And this is me. This is me. It's not no estrogen. It's not no testosterone. I've always been an emotional child. I was an emotional child. You know, um, I'm a Gemini, but I'm Gemini 18th. So I'm close to Cancer. So cancers are emotional. So I'm a Gemini with a Cancer rising. So my Gemini can be funny acting, but my Cancer, oh baby, my Cancer gonna get it in, honey. My Cancer, we gonna cry, baby. We gonna cry, honey. We gonna let them tears fall, honey. That old Cancer in me, honey. She gonna let it out. We all love you, mother, and everyone on the chat. Send, send us all healing. Yes, yes. I love you all. And Kaneen, I went back to your old video. I'm a Cancer too. Yeah, Cancer's gonna feel it, honey. So I can't avoid it, honey. Gemini's, we're a masculine sign. We try to act like shit don't bother us. Gemini's is better at controlling their emotions, so I know how to tap into my Gemini. But my Cancer is strong, and my Cancer gets emotional. My Cancer be like, My Cancer gonna feel the feelings, honey. Fatima said, I'm a Cancer too, and I can attest to this. Oh, yes, honey. I'm going to feel the feelings, honey. I'm going to feel the feelings. Now, I think if I would have been like May the 1st, or I mean, June the 1st, or June the 5th, or June the 13th, or June the 10th, earlier in June, I'd have probably been a little bit more, meaner and wouldn't have needed to be emotional. But, this is my natural, I'm not, you can't say, oh, they crying because of the hormones, or they crying because of the testosterone, are they just over aggressive? No, like child, I haven't taken estrogen or testosterone since November, since November of last year. This is pure me. Now I take my B12 and I take my vitamins because as trans people, when we have bottom surgery, if we don't take the estrogen and we don't take the testosterone, then it could affect our bones. And so I do take medicines to support my bones. I take my vitamin D, I take my B12, I take iron, I take supplements to make up for it. And I eat a lot of sea moss. I have 2 or 3 tablespoons of tea moss every day, but I am not putting estrogen or testosterone in my body right now because sometimes the estrogen makes me makes me romanticize relationships. I start to feel so feminine that I start to feel like I need a man. And then the testosterone makes me just want to have sex. So, the testosterone makes me, start thinking like a nigga, and niggas be, ready to go and fuck. And so the testosterone have me like, if I get cocktail, that nigga start coming out. I'm maneuvering in a feminine body in a feminine form. So I'm gonna pull. And then a lot of dudes are attracted to that. They're attracted to that added testosterone. They're attracted to that energy. And so you can attract that way. But when I'm taking estrogen, I notice that I tend to attract boyfriends. Like testosterone, I don't really attract boyfriends. I attract fuck buddies. But with estrogen, I attract boyfriends. And I don't want neither one of them. I don't want neither one of them. I don't want no boyfriend to play house with because the only reason why he gonna let me tell you something. I knew it was over with me. I knew it was over for me when I posted on Baidu because that was the only dating app I would post on. And I don't lie on Baidu. I say, I use my own language, but if you are able to read and discern, I'm saying that I'm a sex change. I'm saying that, I was not born with a vagina. I don't call myself trans, but I do say that I was not born with the anatomy that I have between my legs. Like I say that. And I also say in my profile that I do not date Christians. And the reason why I do not date Christians and I do not date Muslims. That is really the only thing that's attracted to trans people. If you really, really think about it, that's how it's a setup. That's how you know we're not supposed to be really with this binary stuff. That's how you know it's all like we are groomed when go back and watch the movie Alexander the Great because the world that we live in now is a reflection of that world. The Romans, the Europeans, they're the conquerors, and all that translated through the European monarch all the way into the American into the country of America. And there's this scene where they literally like say like women and eunuchs. Like they wanted to have the women and the eunuchs. They wanted to protect the women and the eunuchs because they wanted to groom them for a patriarchal society. And so some of the eunuchs evolved and some of the eunuchs became trans people. And it's all about upholding this construct. It's all about upholding it. So like the Roman warriors, the warriors back in the Alexander the Great, they protected the girls. They protected the girls and they protected the females. They protected the trans girls and the females. They protected the feminine men. They protected them. But understand your place. And so now, because I'm more awoke and I'm more aware and I'm more present, I understand that I cannot date a person who has a patriarchal belief system as far as religion. I cannot be with a person who has a patriarchal belief system who is Muslim. I cannot partner myself with that, because if I partner myself with that, I am disrespecting my whole ancestors. I am disrespecting my ancestors who were against the divide. Because not all of our ancestors agreed to the split. The split happened. You've had your season. You've had your season. Y'all have had y'all season. But not all of the ancestors agreed to this. And so the only reason why this has been able to be maintained, because we haven't been honoring our whole ancestors. We haven't been honoring the ancestors who did not agree with the split. We have not been honoring them. We have not been talking about them. We have not been celebrating them. We have not been giving them life. We've been giving life to the patriarch. Or you'll hear some of us say Mother Earth or Mother Nature. But understand, even when we're acknowledging Mother Nature, we're acknowledging a dual spirit being. Because nature is able to impregnate itself. Nature, like, literally is able to produce on its own. Like, when you look at water, if the water is in a certain area, like, water just be spawning tadpoles and krill and all type of stuff just be popping up in the water. Like it's self creating, it's self producing. There doesn't need to be any penetration or any emergence. It just evolves. It just left alone, it produces life. Just left alone, just leave it alone and watch life happen. And I'm ready to get back to that. Cause if you ask me, this way that it's happening now is artificial and unnatural. But that's just my opinion. I am emotional. I am an emotional goddess and need my B12. That old video helped me. You were sitting in the sun. You are something wonderful, girl. Seriously. Oh, thank you, Thinkstress. I love to sunbathe. So you ain't lying. Now, is that on my Facebook page? Cause I got a lot of videos of me laying in the sun on my Facebook page. Happy Monday, Super Rainbow Queen. Yeah, but let me light a candle. Child, I didn't know I was gonna get on here and be used for that word. I did not know I was gonna get on here and be used like that. I did not know I was gonna get on here and be used like that, honey. And child, this ain't the fasting ain't even started yet. So imagine it. Imagine me a weekend on a fast, child. That's how you know things is shifting, because you can't even run from your anointing, and you ain't been fasting. Like the anointing will still come up on you, and baby, you ain't even fasting, and the anointing will still come up on you. You know what time we in when you can't when your anointing gonna seep through regardless. You could just be the ate a cheeseburger and be ate a cheeseburger, hit a cocktail, had a hit, bitch. You can't stop that anointing. That's the days we in, baby. That's the days we in, baby. Them the times we in, baby. So you already know when we get serious and buckle down, baby, this matrix gonna crumble. Baby, this matrix is gonna crumble, honey. And a lot of y'all think Satan is the devil, but Satan is really the God of this reality. And it's the one y'all been praying to on Sunday in church. So when y'all be saying, Satan, we're gonna tear your kingdom down, you literally talking about the one you be running up in that church. Right. Is they the same people? They the same people. But quiet is kept. He part of the Trinity. He just he not the father. He's the son. And you know children always start in trouble. You know children always start in trouble. Y'all think he the father. He really the son though. And what are children known for? Getting into mischief, starting trouble, getting into mischief and starting trouble. And when mama and daddy come back together, they gonna get his little butt right on together. They gonna get his little butt right on together. Come on here, boy. Come on here, child. Come on here, little whole one. We got to get you together because you're acting like a halfling and you got these people all messed up down here playing your little games of deceit and trickery, trying to keep them divided and separated and not knowing they all connected and knowing they all one. You playing all of these little deception games. Now come on here and leave these people, let these people be whole. Yeah, he having a ball now. Mama taking a nap. Daddy somewhere. You know, daddy, he probably somewhere out in the cosmos. That's probably what they call that planet? Planet X, Nibiru. That's probably the father right there in the equation. He's somewhere roaming. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Papa somewhere out there exploring the galaxy. Mama sleep, taking a nap, hibernating. And the child acting like he God, running amok. Yeah. Oh, but baby, in that great getting up rising, honey. In that great getting up rising, fairly well. Mm-hmm. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Child, if you don't get your halfling ass up out of here. Bitch, if you don't get your halfling ass up out of here, we don't do the halflings. We do not do the halflings, bitch. We do not do the halflings. The Bible says, slave, obey your earthly masters. Spoken like a true halfling, right? The Bible also the Bible also says, slaves, obey your earthly masters with great reverence and fear as you have unto the Lord, for it pleases God. Like literally, just listening at you talking about my teeth speaks to how spiritual you are. You are doing nothing but telling on yourself. You are worried about the physical and not my spirit. You prove me even more right. That's what you had to say. Get your teeth fixed. You that's what you had that's what you're proving everything that I'm saying. You're the ambassador for God. You're the ambassador. You represent God. Coming on here sounding like a cracker, sounding like a slave master, talking about my teeth. Get your teeth right up on the plantations for master like you. Need to get your teeth fixed because they throwing up gang signs on the plantation and that ain't right, Negro. Right, right. And that's all you got. That's the power of your God. That's what Jesus told you to say. Huh? That's what Jesus told you to say. Matter of fact, look at Tasha's mouth and get your mouth looking like hers and mine. Why? So I could be like you? So I could act like you? So I could think like you? That's probably why you think like that, because you don't have real teeth in your mouth. Yeah, yeah. That's probably why you act like you act. That's probably why your brain, because teeth are crystals. So even if they crooked, even if they out of line, they still the crystals that my ancestors sent me here with. No, baby. So somebody will look at you because no, I don't want a lot of viewers. Flies will gather the shit. I have enough. This good. I'm not complaining. Do you hear me complaining about the numbers? You hear me complaining saying I wish I had more people on here? I don't go live for numbers, for views. Yeah, I do like a little check, but that's not why I do this. Fatima said, "What is your name, Demon?" You have to ask them what their name is, huh? You have to ask them what their name is, huh? And look, let her stay here and let her talk shit, cause could have been through her out. Like, just want you to come through here and prove the difference. Just come through and prove the difference. I'm thankful for what you said. I'm thankful for it. Be gone, Jezebel. Exactly. It's just said like you a good judge of normal. Yeah, girl. Like they really be feeling like they be eating it when they be telling me to get my teeth fixed. I think they really be trying to say, go and get your crystals mixed up so you won't be able to have these connections that you have. Go and get your teeth covered with caps. Go and block out that signal so you could thrive in this matrix. So you can have all of the halflings on your live. Please, please go and change this frequency. Go get your crystals. Go get your crystals distorted. Go get the signals in your crystals distorted. So your mouth can be acceptable in the sights of massa, and then we'll know you on our side. We'll know you're one of us. I understand. I understand, baby. But let me tell you something. My teeth is so sensitive. And I'm like, I thought about getting braces, but child, at this point, girl, I done had these teeth almost 48 years, girl. However many more years I got left on this earth, y'all gonna be looking at this grill. So get over it, bitch. Get the fuck over it. I might get these hoes whitened, but you gonna be looking at that. They're gonna be doing double Dutch, hopscotch, bitch, a reading rainbow. Bitch, them hoes gonna be church doors opening over here, bitch. Church doors closing over here, bitch. Girl, get ready for the roller coaster of this grill, bitch. Cause that's what you gonna be looking at. Yes, ma'am, honey. Cause this grill gonna be grilling on Monday. This grill gonna be grilling on Tuesday. This grill gonna be grilling on Wednesday, bitch. Bitch. Bitch, this girl gonna be grilling, bitch. 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 Yeah, bitch. And it take a whole one. It take whole ones to look to see past it. Bitch, a halfling can't, bitch. A halfling look at that grill girl and be so caught up, bitch. A halfling be, ooh, why they don't get their teeth fixed? It's still dentist. Ooh, they got dentist. That's how halflings be. Halflings be, baby. You, bitch, they be so distracted. Bitch, halflings get distracted by the least little thing, bitch. Bitch, that's a halfling for you, bitch. They will get distracted by the least little thing, bitch. Tell me you are Crip blood. Your name, I would have not a name for you. It's nine ball in the hole. Didn't your sky daddy throw you out the galaxy? She representing the punk god Zeus faithfully. I know that's right, huh? On here making Christians look bad. On here making Christians look bad, baby. Sealing the fate. Miss Revlon and your bad knees, saggy ass arms, four rows of necks, and record and receding hairline. Oh, wait a minute. They got pictures. They got pictures. Can we see them? Nandia, baby, get your teeth too fixed, and you tell y'all get your likes up so next time you see her, she wouldn't like, she would look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in her mouth. Ooh, wee, that's so funny. Boy, I tell you, you ever thought about doing stand up, Miss Revlon? Cause baby, when I tell you, you is so funny. Bitch, you is shitting, bitch. Bitch, wait, bitch, all this original material. Girl, is that original material, girl? What you basically saying is that my mouth doesn't look like everybody else's mouth. My mouth looks unique. My mouth looks different. Well, thank you. My mouth doesn't look like a follower's mouth. It's not giving sheep mouth. It's giving authentic grill. It's giving unique. It's giving personalized grill. It's giving I'm a very unique person. I'm not like other people, and my grill reflects that. That's what it's doing. It's giving individuality. It's giving originality. Okay. All right then. I don't have a grill like everybody else. That's what you're saying. Okay, thank you. Miss Revlon, go get your life, spirit, and body fixed. My teeth is fine, Miss Mamas. She don't even know you. Teeth can be fixed. A broken mind can't. You distracted. And I'm ROTC cause I got you all flustered up. I don't know who she talking about because bitch, do I sound flustered? Wait, just just do I sound flustered? Do I look like I'm bothered? I was bothered when I was talking earlier. Now, y'all know me. Do I look bothered? You think this the first time somebody done talked about my teeth again? I'm almost 50 years old. I'm about to be 48. You think this is the first time I heard somebody talk about my teeth? You think you the first one that ever read my teeth? T.S. Madison read my teeth. 70 something thousand people watched the video. Did that make me go run get them fixed? Because I've had the money. Yeah, Miss Reveline, you are an embarrassment and a shame to the halfling community. Y'all help her get her likes up. Where your baby share and like maybe next time you might have 25 viewers. I know that's right. But I bet you when this video go off, I bet you it won't be no 21 views. I bet you it ain't 21 views. Come back and look at the live. Come back and look at it when the live ends. Come back and see how many people was on here looking at this crooked mouth. Don't let them 23 fool you. Come back when the live over with. Come back when I click that stop button. That's what you do. If it's giving you mad, it's giving you tormented, I'm dragging you and it's giving. I would have blocked you if I was bothered. I wouldn't let you keep talking. I could have timed you out the first time you said something. So you don't believe that yourself. Like we literally toying with you like cats with a yarn ball. You're entertainment before we get ready to close out. You're the clown. We sent in the clowns and you came. Bitch, we sent in the clowns and you came. Do you understand that bitch you would have been booted out of here a long time? Bitch, I got two moderators. And bitch, I know how to motherfucking hit that button. Bitch, we are playing with you like a cat plays with a ball of yarn. You gotta be crazy. As you mentioned over an hour ago, demons harvest the consoles of lower vibrational beings via the conduit of their solar plexus and the hounds to beat the spike of light in hell to resume status quo. Right, this is a minion. This was a minion who was sent in here. Miss Kaneen is goddess. Thank you, Anandia. Example, case in point, Miss Revelon. Miss Revelon, go back to the barrel where you belong, Miss Peasant. You sound flustered, mustard, easily triggered. You're so mad. And look at ya, still talking about something. I dominate your half-ass conversation, and you're still mad. I bet I do. I look like Florida E and your twin. Oh, folks worried about mouths and walking around soulless. You better say that. You better say that. S child. You better say that. 1,000 views when the live is done instantly. You already know how we going, dear. You know how we be. You know how we be. Barrel indeed. But you ain't cause I trump Florida skins, child. And just embarrassing the House of Revlon. I hope she not from the House of Revlon. In that order. So jealous of Tasha K and he done played you like a Fisher Price toy. Um, yeah, you want to eat Tasha K box on Revlon. Get your likes up and stop talking about Tasha at Rev. Go get, wait, Go play rock, paper, scissors with Tasha K. Everyone who cares about popularity contests at our grown age when it concerns numbers needs to go get help. Right. Imagine being almost 50 years old and worried about how many people on my live. Imagine living in a time where trans people is being targeted and erased from history books and being re-oppressed and sitting up here worrying about my teeth being straight and having buku people on my live. Bitch, we living in the last days, bitch. Bitch, the reckoning is coming, girl. Imagine being worried about my teeth and worried about how many people on my live at this point. Do y'all ever hear me get on here saying share the live? I even stopped saying click like. I used to be saying click like, click like. How many have you been hearing me say that? Cause honestly and truly, who worried about that? I come on here to connect with my tribe. And like I said, you're entertaining us. Revlon, you suck at reading, poo. The numbers do not reflect the reality. Most people aren't human. They aren't as many humans in this realm as we're made to believe. You better say that. You better, baby. Socks, what is you doing? Socks, what is you doing? You said ain't you, huh? What you say? What you say to tell Miss Revlon? Girl, you didn't turn your head, girl. Now why you being shady, Chella? Chella. 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 You said, Mama, I ain't entertaining that bullshit. Socks, you want to say something? 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 Socks said, fuck that hoe. Socks said, fuck that hoe. You don't say click live because don't nobody pay no attention to you. And you no way but them five folk watching a minus me for. And meanwhile, you probably don't have no content. You worried about my content. Do you have any? Can I go? Can I end this live and go and learn from you, Miss Revlon? Do you have some exciting adventures and stories to share? Or you just come on talking about people's teeth and telling people to get their likes up? You got some content? You're telling some stories? I could go on your page and enjoy your content, Miss Revlon? No? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna boot Miss Revlon out now because we're about to say our closing prayer, and we don't want Miss Revlon to continue to taint the energy anymore. So we're gonna put Miss Revlon out because we had fun with Miss Revlon. We had fun with Miss Revlon, but Miss Revlon doesn't need to be here for the prayer. We don't let demons knowingly. If you are a demon, you know to sit in the shadows and be quiet. Know your place in the realm of whole ones. But you're not going to be running your mouth when the candles are lit. Demons. Demanifestations. Demanifestations. You're not allowed to be present for the consecration and the prayer of the live. Genuine humans aren't victims of MK Ultra, right? I love when Anandia say MK Ultra. Are supposed to and targeted to no end, and they use us hounds like they use hounds like you to do so. Wait, you to do so. Mother Canine is more liked and appreciated than we will ever be let let known. They ain't gonna never let on, honey. The truth. Oh, but this is one thing that I do know. A lot of people don't realize how much they appreciated you and how much you touched their life until you're gone. And that's the unfortunate thing. A lot of people aren't going to realize my purpose and my necessity. Like some people are literally not going to wake up until I leave. It's gonna happen when I leave. Like some of them aren't gonna have that clarity until they can't hear me on social media anymore, challenging them and saying the things that I say and doing the things that I do. They're not gonna get it until then. There's gonna be a lot of people that have been hating and been quiet and been saying things about me behind my back and all that. And bitch, the moment that I ascend, the moment that I am no longer in this realm, that's when it's gonna be a wailing and a gnashing of teeth. Because that's when they gonna figure it out. Bitch, that's the aha moment gonna come when it's too late. You don't miss your water until the well runs dry. And bitch, I'ma look at them hoes and say, depart from me. I never knew you. Bitch, cause you hid in the shadows and drug for me and played in my face the whole time. Exactly. You are a chew toy, Revlon. And the chew toy has been dismissed. We've had fun. We had fun with it. The game is rigged, but again, who cares? Who cares? Flies. Wait, the game is rigged again, but who cares again? Flies will flock to shit, clearly. And if Mother was so irrelevant, then why does her little bitty channel get the soul and attention of those who, yeah, who have meals? Right, right. People with big old platforms. The girls be saying my name, girl. The girls be talking about me, girl. The girls be bothered. TSD been punky. Hey, S Child Pooh, I'm sorry. I forgot to say hey. My apologies, Pooh. Oh, Anandia, Purple Hearts. People want to value you more when you leave this realm. Ain't that right? Like, the fuck not right. You getting your flowers and praises while you're here. Thank you, Anandia. Okay, I never knew you. They want to get clout off your name, right? Tia Succubus. Exactly. Exactly. Baby, these children gonna cut up. Bitch, these children gonna cut up, gonna share every story, every picture. I already, bitch, that's how fake most people are. We ain't really talk to each other, but da 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 da. And I'm gonna tell you this, like one of my daughters, she asked me, she said, "You going to Nicole Bowles' funeral?" And I said no. Because first of all, Nicole Bowles was Christian. And I'm not a Christian. I don't like to go to funerals in my family. I don't like to go to funerals for my biological family. So I think it's fake to go to Nicole Bowles' funeral if me and her wasn't that close when she was alive. Like, I didn't dislike her. I didn't think she was a bad person. We just wasn't like I went to one of her events one time and we hung out at a conference before. And we have like this thing where we feel like we just supposed to go and pay our respects. I don't need to physically go to a church where they're doing a service that goes against my own spirituality to pay my respects to her. The candles that I light every day, I acknowledge the ancestors who are coming, the ancestors who are going, and the ancestors who are here. I'm always acknowledging my ancestors, whether they're coming, whether they're going, whether they're here. So I acknowledge Nicole's Bowles' life. I honor Nicole's life. I do. I don't have anything negative to say about Nicole Bowl, and I would never speak badly on her name. But am I gonna go to her funeral? No. Why? Why should I? I didn't know her like that. And I think that that's wrong to run up in somebody's funeral when you didn't really know them like that. Like that's clout chasing. So I'm not. No, no shade. No shade. No shade. I'm here in New York, but no, I ain't going. I ain't going to see her while she was in the hospital because we weren't close. We weren't that close. I didn't know her like that. We saw each other a couple of times. I know of her. I don't really know her. Our spiritualities didn't align. So I didn't get close with her because our spiritualities did not align. And I'm just not in this season of my life where I'm trying to build close bonds with peoples where we don't align spiritually. I'm too old for that. Like you said, we too old for certain things. I'm too old to be building relationships with people who I know have a different belief than I do, have a different and in a different space than I am. I'm not saying that I can't work with people or I don't like people who are Christian or I don't want to be around people at all who are Christian, but like building together and building friendships and building relationships, no. No. And so I just think it would be fake to go to her funeral. So, like my daughter was like, "You gonna go?" I'm like, but I will honor her. I will acknowledge her. I will celebrate her life. I will say good things about her. I could do that. It was another demon tried to come in. Who is to say that the more followers you have, that they're really there for you or being monitoring spirits? Yeah, because it doesn't speak to the quality of, like quantity does not speak to quality. But a lot of people use the internet for monetarial gain. A lot of people use the internet to capitalize. And so they don't really they don't value their followers outside of how it could benefit them monetarily. Like they don't really care about their followers. They're not trying to develop a bond. What I love about my life is it feels like, when they used to have the small churches before the mega church, that's what it feels like when I'm live. It feels like we in that little small church that I grew up in. Before you realize the church was toxic. We used to love that little small church because we got to, talk to the pastor. We got to talk to all of the important people in the church. We got to feel connected to the leadership, the guys and the elders, and that part of church is nice. Like being able to have a relationship where you actually can connect with your guides and with your teachers and with your elders, like that part. And so that's what my lives feel like. They don't feel like mega church where it's a whole bunch of people on here and I don't know half the people on here. And that's not what I want. I don't want I'm happy that I don't have hundreds of thousands of people on here because I would question how much of it was real. I would question how much of it was authentic. I think that the ancestors don't put no more on you than you could bear, and they give it to you at a pace you can handle it. Do I want it to increase to maybe like a couple thousand? Can I see that next year, the year after? Maybe. But everything in God got its timing, everything in divine timing. I'm good with where we are now. I'm not in a rush. I'm cool. And if it never gets there, I'm still cool. Amen, they want me. Cause my motto now is I have everything I need. Like why they only get mad when you speak but ignore everyone else if you're so used to criticism and have a wall of sound of haters, then why does a singular Kaneen, baby, baby, I bother these children. Hurt y'all so much because she's the way, the truth, and the light. Thank you, Fatima. It was another demon that had tried to creep up in here. The demon punks are posting in, honey. What? That's how you know the video gonna have a lot of views. I'm interested in seeing what the number gonna be when I get a wolf, cause it had jumped up to 30 when I came on. So I'm definitely interested in what the number's gonna be. Hey, Kenya. We ain't big pygmies. Just keep it cute, okay? Boo. Teach a sister. This live was expansive and beautiful. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch this again tomorrow. Building with the Jesus blood drinkers is not tea. Oops, I was Purple Prodigy. You know you gonna say it. You gonna say it, honey. I give flowers to my garden only. I know that's right, baby. And child, you better say that. They build their platforms to have their little minions. Exactly. The pastor, the pastors be in the mega church, bottoms out the bunch. Wait. The pastor be the mega power bottom out of the church. I have everything that I need because everything is inside of me. Ashe, Ashe. Speaking of power bottoms, that pastor swallowed up bald dude done stepped down from his mega church grift just in time for Diddy's trial as he knows he will be exposed. Wow. Oh, that's new tea. That's new tea. That sounds like that's gonna be another video. TD Jake stepped down, girl. Okay, Purple Prodigy, I'm gonna need you to do your research and send me some links on Instagram. Purple Prodigy, that's your homework. That's your homework. Go and find out what's going on. Bring the information back to the nation so that the nation can talk. So that the nation can talk, not TD Punks. Thank you. The Jesus blood drinkers is tea, and they think that a ritual witchcraft. Right. That's why I was like when they was talking about sinners is demonic, Anandia had brought that to my attention. She was like, girl, they drink blood on communion and they're covered in the blood and they put blood over their door seal. So watching vampires drinking blood and being covered in blood is demonic. Girl, the vampires is y'all. The parasites is literally y'all. Well, we draw the line at vampires. Exactly. But we draw the line. Bitch, y'all literally, girl, stop. The mosquitoes of the land, bitch. Like I said, if that ain't some Dracula shit. Covered, like literally, if you watch the movie Sinners, they were drinking blood and covered in blood. If that is not Christian symbolism, I'm covered in the blood of the Lamb, drinking the blood of the Lamb, covered in the blood, drinking the blood. Every time when you see the vampires in the movie, they covered in blood and they drinking blood. Irony. Mm-hmm. Hmm. And we know that a lot of the vampires hid in the church. Let's be clear. They try to make it look like the vampires couldn't come in the church. If the vampires couldn't come in the church, how come when people die, they get buried in the same damn things the vampires sleep in? Caskets. Where you find caskets at? Child, the vampires literally been hiding in the church the whole time. The vampires took over the church. And I watched another review on Sinners, and what I found was interesting was that they said that vampires cannot connect to their ancestors. And that's why you have to free the soul so that they could go back to be with their ancestors. Ancestors cannot connect with their ancestors. That was so interesting to me that one of the things about vampires is that they have a hard time connecting with their ancestors, and that makes sense why they would be halflings, because if you can't connect with your ancestors, then it's easier for you to forget that you're whole. It's easier for you to forget about wholeness. It's easier for you to not remember your wholeness if you can't connect with your ancient ancestors and you're literally stuck in this matrix, you're stuck in this dimension. It makes sense that you see yourself as a halfling. Hmm. That's the real blasphemy. The ghetto. The T is we are all the lamb, the ones they sacrifice to Massa to keep this demonic plantation going. You better say that, Fatima. Anadia is cackling. The ghetto. The sacrifice. The vampires hide in white suits and big ass church hats. Exactly. And guess what? Now we get ready to close out. But you know what? I got a download the other day. Think about this. They say that in some of the secret societies, oh, by the way, I found Secret Society 3, so I might do a video about that. I might talk about Secret Society, but I found the last movie about the transsexuals that's played by cis women. I never got a chance to see it, so I want to watch that. But I think in the secret societies, when they say that they be drinking like the little baby blood, if you think about it, babies represent innocence and the lamb represents innocence. I believe some of the upper echelon Christians in the church be drinking baby blood, like real baby blood. Innocence, lamb, purity. Think about that. And then the lower level, the sheeple, the halflings, they don't get to drink the real baby blood because they don't want them to get the type of power that they got. Because it's things in that blood. It's things that they get out of that baby blood. And so they just let the little halflings in the churches, they let them do the ritual to brainwash them. But the ones in the upper echelon, the higher power ones that be ruling over all of them, oh, they drink the real thing. They drink baby blood. Ancestors told me that. Exactly. The replenishment to stay alive. The hat keeps them out of the light. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The fact. That's a fact. And code name, it's the blood of the lamb. Gratum, germatra language. Of course they do. I've seen images online of events in some of these Jewish and Jesuit popes and priests cutting the penis of little boys and sucking the blood out of the infant's penis. Baby, when the mother and the father come back together, when the whole ones rise up, baby. Now that we know that, now that we know at the very least, the children, children Bible study be a cover up. Yeah, thick. Yet we're meant to be the most evil and ungodly. It's all projections. It's smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Well, let us do a little prayer. Pull it in. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Should I do my? Wait a minute. Hold on. Shake off this halfling energy. Shake off this halfling energy. Not gonna let these halflings steal our peace. Not gonna let these halflings steal our peace. Not gonna let this matrix lie to us. Not going to be distracted by the foolery. They're not gonna force us to play these games. Not gonna compromise my sovereignty. Not fixing to compromise our sovereignty. Not fixing to compromise our autonomy. Purple ones rise. Gray ones rise. Healing is flowing through the collective body of the whole ones. Force fields are surrounding us. Force fields are surrounding us. Out with the old energy, in with the new. Rebirth and resurrection. Wholeness. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, grandmothers. Thank you, grandfathers. Thank you, great-grandmothers. Thank you, great-grandfathers. Thank you, beings who did not subscribe to gender and constructs. Thank you, two-spirit ancestors. Ekma Oya. Ekma Oya. Ekma Oya. Good. That feels so good. And that's the energy. You feel the energy shift? Did it shift the energy? Did we shift it? Was it a shift? Did you feel a shift? Did you feel that shift? Did you feel that shift? Did you feel the shift? Leave the Divine Mother. Let the Divine Mother and the Father arise. Absolutely. TS energy shift. And yes, lady. Anania said trust no more. We're not submitting to lower level power matters. Ooh-wee. So I gotta get another candle. The candle is lit. This candle represents past, present, and future. The ancestors who have come, the ancestors who are here, and the ancestors who will come. As we blow out this candle on the physical plane, it grows with purpose and intensity, preparing us for times that are now. Thank you, God Goddess, as above, so below, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. Thank you, God, Goddess, Goddess, God. Amen, a woman, Lelim, Lela. Bound and round, both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair, Ilba Bosora, which means we come in peace, no harm to any, Lelim, Lela. Iangani Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess, and if I am, you know you are. You don't have to be filthy rich to stand on business. I want to give a special shout out to Fatima, the purple prodigy of Nadia, as child number 5, the thinkstress, and all the other people who contributed to this conversation, this gathering of collective consciousness, this gathering of whole ones, so that we could begin to manifest and shape the next paradigm, so that we could begin to cause the pendulum to swing back towards wholeness and awaken the great mother and unite her with the father so that they could get their child that's been running amok. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. I appreciate it all. The good, the bad, and the messy. Because we're whole. Y'all have a good evening. Rest well. Take care of yourselves. And I don't know if I'm going to watch Secret Society today because, child, that'd be real dramatic. I think, after this live, child, I want to watch something that's going to make me laugh. But, yeah, I might watch, like, something comedian and I might wake up tomorrow and watch, and do the Secret Society, honey, so I can have something to talk about. So I might wake up and do Secret Society 3. I'm probably going to do something light, tonight. But yes, I love y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Rest well, and I will see you in the rising. I love all of y'all. Be blessed. Take care. Until next time. Lelem lele. Purple ones and gray ones, rise.